Welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. Yeah, so I don't know what it would look like. So I don't even know if a civil war happened, but I see that's where the fraction happens, right? Like it's the big city versus it's urban versus rural fractioning. It's not south versus north. I don't think it's east versus. It's not east versus west. That was back in the 90s. That was Snoop Dogg versus Puff Daddy. Yeah. That was east versus west battle.
Might come back. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a weird like rural versus urban like political battle in a funny way.
Well, how would that work? So how do you think it would work? And we're completely off fucking topic at this point, but how do you think it would work as far as our government if it broke out? Like where's the government stand? Well, if you were serving as the military, like what would you do? You're like, okay, Civil War broke out. You're from fucking Wisconsin. Your best friend now that you've gone to war with is from fucking New York or whatever. And you're like, okay, what do we do? Like, are we going to listen to the orders of our government, or are we just going to break off? And then
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to northern Wisconsin, and I'm living on a lake in the woods, killing shit and eating it. And I'm just going to do it.
We're going to go straight Red Dawn. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting the hell out of Maryland. I can tell you that immediately.
Yeah, I'm going to go live in the woods.
I don't even have a house in Maryland or Michigan anymore, but I know enough friends, or I'm heading up north.
Yeah, going up north. I'm getting out of
East Taos. I bet you Perch Fest will still be going on. So we'll
Perch Fest that ain't going anywhere.
I mean, you can have explosions happening around you. You'd be like, hey, where's the beer tent? This is going like so far off topic, and this is just me like pontificating. I have no idea this isn't like a vote of mine, but I feel like the war would happen in the city, kind of like it already has, right? Like it's like a zombie movie, like a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. It always starts in the city.
The war's not going to happen in the north woods of Minnesota, up on Red Lake, out on the ice, right? It's gonna happen in the big city where like the social unrest happens. That's where the conflict happens, that's actually the main reason I want to like get out of town. Is like if you're getting shit stolen, it's probably because you're in there, right? If you're like, if things are unsafe, you're in just a bad spot and like in town. And that's the thing. Like my buddy had like shit stolen from their house. They had people they had a car follow his wife and their kids into their driveway. They were going to steal her car out of their garage. And it's just he moved 45 miles or 45 minutes out of town. Like the next week they found a house and moved.
Oh yeah.
But
what city was that in?
Just kind of by me. He's 20 minutes from me. But he's in just a worse part of town.
Right.
They just haven't made their way to me yet. But it's like it stems in the big cities, right? And not that bad shit doesn't happen in small towns, but if it does, you know who did it because y'all know each other. Not that there's not weirdos out there too, but just in like a big city, there's a lack of trust because
Wisconsin has the highest rate of serial killers out of every state.
Oh yeah, there's a shitload of weirdos, right? There's a shitload of weirdos, and they're not from the big city. They're from out in the middle of nowhere. They're from out in the middle of nowhere.
They got too much time to think.
Yeah, that's it. And they don't have to try to fit in.
They have podcasts with headphones.
Look, I'm not saying I'm voting for either. I feel more comfortable out in the middle of the woods. Maybe I'm a serial killer. I don't know. Hey, home service heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our home service happy hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.